I think you got to keep believing. 5-1 didn't feel like 5-1. You know what I mean? I think they, forgot to count some shots on our side too, and obviously their goalie's playing at a high level. But I think we like the way we started the game tonight, and you can't reinvent the wheel now. You can't start over and try to do something completely different. I think there's some things in our game that we really like, some things we can clean up certainly, and hopefully we get a bounce to go our way. Hopefully one goes off one of their sticks and ricochets into the net, and we'll take a lead and see how it looks from there. But outside of that, you can't doubt the process.
Go back to Ken Weeb for a follow-up. Go ahead, Weaver.
Like, you make that hesitation and then rattle the shot off the bar. I mean, just what's going through your mind when you see you beat the goalie, but it hits the bar and goes out of play there?
It was pretty strange. I was dead certain that it went in. I thought it hit the back bar or the goalie or the camera in the net. Felt like I scored. It's a 1-1 hockey game, and kind of changes the complexions of things. And it's part of being good. Sometimes you got to get lucky too. So he's obviously standing tall in the net right now, and things are going his way.
We'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Blake, I think the question maybe on the lips of every or most Jets fans is what has happened to the team that played Edmonton in the first round? It just looks a lot different.
Yeah, well, it feels a lot different too, Paul, because we had a lot of things go our way in the first round, and I think we played a team with high expectations, and we were able to use the pressure against them. I think we were able to use some of that pressure and kind of just force it upon them, and from there, like I said, we had some things go our way, and we were able to play the series on our terms. And so far this series, we take 10 days off. Game 1 we don't like. Game 2 is a little bit better, but still not quite ourselves. And I think we started the game right tonight. And it just when you play against a team with a goalie the way he's playing, and once they get a lead, it completely changes the way they play the game. It makes it tough, and certainly we're pressing right now too.
We'll go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Blake. Montreal hasn't trailed in a game for 6 straight, obviously, through the first 3 here. You mentioned kind of on your terms, how challenging is it to play in games where, not that you're constantly chasing, but you're not getting that early edge?
Yeah, well, I mean, you are chasing the game because, now some of the things that we're doing and having success with, we get a little bit too aggressive and it's a 2-on-1 the other way, or, you can control big chunks of the game. Like I think we did in the second period there for a little while. And instead of having it be a tie hockey game or, pulling ahead or what have you, they come down the ice and score a goal. And it's like, I mean, just it's hard to kind of keep building yourself up when, the things you're doing that are giving you success, you're not getting rewarded for. And then, it seems like any little mistakes you're paying for.
We'll go back to Jeff Hamilton for a follow-up. Go ahead, Jeff.
It's been a unique year, Blake, obviously, but it's also been a unique playoffs with these back-to-back games. What do you make of kind of going right back at it less than 24 hours later?
I mean, I think it's great for us right now, to be honest with you. I think having to sit in the hotel room all day tomorrow and stew on that one, I think you'd have a lot of guys burning inside. So it's nice to get right back at it tomorrow, and hopefully we get a good feeling in our room and kind of start to rebuild ourselves. And I mean, we got to win a hockey game, right? No different than it was today. We got to win one game and then see what happens.
Just a couple more for Blake. We'll go next to Carter Brooks from Game On. Go ahead, Carter.
Hi, Blake. You kind of just touched on it with the quick turnaround, but how does the mentality change now that it's a 3-0 series lead from Montreal rather than a 2-1 heading into this important Game 4?
I don't think because it hasn't been 2-1 yet. So we never really thought that way. It was 2-0. So I don't think our mentality changes at all from 2-0 to 3-0. Obviously the you know, you lose one more game, we all know the consequences of that. But I think the thought process is very much the same, you know, just we got to stay together. I think that's the strength of our team this year. And certainly when, you know, you lose Mark, you know, we got to rely on the depth of our team. That's been the strength of our team all year. 4 lines that can be effective and you know, produce and get the job done.
Final question to Scott Billick from the Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Thanks, Gregor and hey, Blake. You were on the Bruins team that was up 3-0 and lost that series. What do you remember about, you know, what a win for the other team can do at 3-0 to make it 3-1, and how that momentum can kind of roll into perhaps coming back in this one?
As if my night can't get any worse. You got to bring that one up. No, I mean, these are all learning experiences. Unfortunately, I've had to learn some tough lessons in the playoffs. That being a really tough one to learn. I mean, it's no different than what Montreal is doing right now. I mean, they were dead in the water, down 3-1 to Toronto. You know, everyone was packing their bags, getting ready to go to Toronto after Game 5, and they got one out in overtime, and momentum swings. So, you know, that's all it is. It's the playoffs are all momentum, and right now they're an extremely confident team in what they're doing, and they're getting results from that. And you know, we're on the other side of the pendulum right now, where we don't have a ton of confidence, and you know, we're kind of scratching and clawing to find it. So that, you know, Game 4 can flip everything on its head, and you know, then you just build tension, and that's what we got to do. We just got to find a way to try to win a hockey game, and then we can breathe. Then we can breathe a little bit. They can kind of have to think about it for a couple of days, and then it slowly builds, and that's what happens.
Thanks very much.